Hey there, BikeBlogger here. In this video I'm going to show how to install an SL-BS77 bar end shifter on the down tube of a bicycle frame. So here's the shift lever that I'm going to install. It's the rear shift lever. All you need is the lever, this mounting bolt that comes with the lever, as well as this lever boss cover, I think is what it's called. It's sort of a washer. It's got a square cutout on one side and it has a little tab on this side, and then a bunch of notches in it. So all you got to do is use a regular screwdriver to install this as well. Let's come over to the bike. Set some of this stuff down. So we're going to install it right here on the bicycle. This bicycle frame has a braze-on right on the bicycle, and it's got this cable stopper. So we're just going to go ahead and remove that cable stopper right here. Normally you would send your shift cable down from the handlebars through this cable stopper here. But we're going to actually just remove the whole thing. So we'll just take this bolt out right here. This thing comes off. And there's a braze-on boss in which we can install the shift lever. So coming back over here, we take that boss lever or cover that I was talking about. It's got a square, see here, cut out on it. And that will just fit right on this square mounting point on the frame. Here's the square cutout on it, and we'll just put it right on here. It can only fit in 4 different positions on the frame here, and we want the position just like that, such that this tab right here on the boss lever cover, this washer thing, the tab is pointing this way in line with the down tube, pointing toward the head tube of the bicycle frame. So you put it on there just like that. And then we'll take our bar end shifter and we'll just place it on here. You line up the tab here on the boss lever cover with the tab that cut out here in the bar end shifter. Or you can just rotate it around until you feel like it falls into place. So it actually goes in right like that. And now taking that mounting bolt right here that came with the shift lever, we just put it in here like that, and we just screw it down. And just like that, we have now converted, or we've changed the bar end shifter into a down tube shifter. And it can be used in just the same way that a normal down tube shifter would work. Now there is a difference, obviously. A down tube shifter won't have an angle to it like a bar end shifter will. It just come out, and the shift lever dimension itself, it'll actually probably be a little longer, so a little easier to use. So obviously if you are intent on using down tube shifters, you ought to just buy a down tube shifter in the first place. But if this is what you got and you want to try out using what it'd be like to use a down tube shifter, you can use a bar end shifter to do it. What are the advantages of a down tube shifter? Basically, you're shifting the cable routing will be shorter to your derailleurs, and thus your shifting should be crisper. There should be less issues with it. It'll look cleaner a little bit. You'll have less, you won't have the cables hanging around up in here. You won't have to deal with that, or any, the bends will be not as tight because you don't have to go as far or do any weird routing of cables to get it to go where you want it to go. So there's a lot of advantages in it. Disadvantages is, of course, if you've ever ridden a bicycle with a shifter actually up here on the cockpit, on the handlebars, it's quite a bit easier to shift while your hands are near the brakes or anywhere really up here where your hands are always on the handlebars, rather than having to reach down to get to the shifter. But this is the way they used to do it, downtube shifters. I think there's definitely a place for them, and there's definitely people who prefer downtube shifters. And this is just a way to show you that you can use a bar end shifter and convert it into a downtube shifter. Thanks for watching.